So, finding our space, turning those outward facing eyes inwards, making these moments a time and space for listening to what's moving in us on the inside now. Maybe just breathing and being with it is enough. Letting our sense of self blur where our body boundaries are, where our skin is. Letting our sense of self blur and melt with our surroundings so we have a sense of ourselves extending and expanding out beyond just this body into our own personal energy space, our own personal fields of consciousness now. Really opening up. Letting ourselves get a little bigger, be the vastness we already and always are. It's just us here, just our space. Just your personal space that you're expanding into. No one else gets to be there. Just noticing the subtle things you feel while you allow this. What if there were no limits, no perceivable limits to this vastness that we are for these moments? Sure, there's a boundary out there somewhere, because this space is just us. Way out beyond our perceiving. We can shift, we can be that vast spaciousness, experiencing ourselves There's a space beyond our bodies. We can be our bodies resting in spaciousness. We can be the pinpoint of our heart and center, noticing maybe just the heartbeat. So what if we're just floating for a moment? Nothing needed of us right now. Maybe we can imagine all of our cells, the cells in our body, open in the center, this gateway, breathing in from spaciousness itself, all the love that's for us now, into the body, into every cell, all 38 trillion of them. Whatever it is. Effortless beingness. What if we breathe in into our hearts, in through the gateway there, the qualities for us right now that support us right now. We don't need to know what they are. It is known. Right where we're breathing them in. And why don't we make an intention with every breath? Throughout this journey, with every breath, we breathe into the center of our hearts what's for us now, what supports us now. Effortlessly, just carries on automatically, when we relax our focus. And while we're breathing in, let's become more conscious of ourselves in this vastness as physical bodies of many dimensions, whatever that means to us. Let it be abstract. Body in spaciousness, breathing with the vastness all around it. What if that vastness became the ocean at some breathable dimension of itself, the ocean of Gaia? Just for a moment, as though there's some dimension of our body self that breathes effortlessly with the ocean. It is energetic, of course. For a moment, I invite you to imagine you are an ocean here in the planet. What if you are the ocean? Just for a moment. What if we are all of the oceans of Gaia now? We let our awareness melt into them for a moment in these deeps. Where they are in harmony within themselves. Just explore being the ocean for a moment. Breathing. Maybe we rest and relax within the rhythms and the tides we can feel in our own bodies now. All the rhythms and the tides of the ocean, and the oceans and the planet. Welcome, beloveds, and thank you for dropping in deeply with me, within me. It is indeed a part of yourself that you are coming home to. A part of you that recognizes at some of the deepest levels of your beingness, you belong here. You are made of here, of this. And just as the rhythms and tides move through the oceans of me, so too do these rhythms and tides move through the water in you. That your bodies are indeed vibrating as one within my vibrations, these planetary vibrations that you were formed from. You have been a part of. You have been particles that are a part of this planet, a part of me. You are your own fully formed individuals, and yet what has formed you comes also from me. This beautiful homecoming, it's deeper than thought can access. And yet, mind has a pathway to knowingness of this, a memory, if you like. Of what it is to be one within the flows of the ocean, with the tides of the moon, with the pulse of the planetary rhythms and patterns. We put you in touch now with the oceanic in yourselves. So deep, so archaic, just raw planetary contact now. This vibration is a pure vibration within you. It carries information from unbelievably ancient times, from the formation of rock in the planet itself, from the birth of seas and oceans of oxygen and air that gave rise to this beautiful blue-green that you live within now. Right now, you can vibrate with the origins of the planet, connecting you to the origins of yourself, and a time and space where there was no separation. Your bodies know this. They are at home in this. They are coming home. In this. Your minds can rest here too, loves. This deep place of knowingness. I am. I simply am. Nothing needed beyond that in this now moment. Rocks and stars, arcs and oceans, You travel on a bridge of knowingness that takes you back through the beginnings and the origins of time itself. For it is time for the mind to relax in its own remembering. Let the gates fall down, the obstacles to that remembering that kept you in a state of high oscillation. Just for a moment, let them all fall down. And your mind can become spacious too. There you are. Not spread out among the stars, and yet vaster than them all. There you are. Watching the dawn of time, the origins of matter begin to manifest. There you were. And here you are. The birth of light. The beginnings of the breath of creation. Why not have front row seats for just a moment? There are particles in you that were dust in the dawn of time. Why remember your origins at a time when you are rewriting all that you have been created as? For it is the dust that is alive in the particles within your body that is beginning to vibrate with the truth of remembering that you are one within the cosmos and beyond. That is why it is this vibrational activity in your bodies that rewrites the activity in your cells, that reinforms how light forms within the oceanic, for the vastness of the cosmos and the beyond space in which it was born exists likewise within each and every cell within your body, as they too reform moment to moment. And there is a breath. Beyond the breath, you know, it's a movement of air through lungs, facilitating the oxygenation, the blood flow, the movements in your biologies and your bodies. The biological movements in your bodies. There is a breath beyond it all. And that is what you are rebreathing yourselves into beingness with now. Rebreathing yourselves anew. Breath of perpetual renewal.